As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Tennessee's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Harris will throw. Oh, he wants it all. Snatches it on the right. Off he goes. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown ball.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Longhorns offense has its first opportunity of the day. One way to mitigate the explosive capabilities he has on the outside is be physical with him, and this dude will do that.
He will do that, and you don't see a lot of offenses take the top off this D because of this guy roaming around in the middle of the field. He is a true center fielder, so this receiver's going to have to make plays.
This just is such a great job of getting guys on the ground. A lot of people are in position, but he makes plays, so him versus a dynamic wide receiver on the outside will be a great matchup.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. It'll be a draw. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ready to try the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season...
It's complete. A huge pickup. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The Longhorns will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. Give to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Snags it over the middle. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Yeah, in 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7, 2 wide out to either side. Harris back to pass. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. And this big orange offense getting it done in the passing game.
And great execution by the quarterback. And when you think about Tennessee offense, man, when they got their trigger man, and they've had some great ones, Peyton Manning, T. Martin, Hendon Hooker had an unbelievable run. They find that guy, man, their offenses have been so hard to stop.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Makes the grab. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll go to the ground. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 14 to Old Dominion. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Looking for a crease to the left. Runs through a tackle. On the move at the 30. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. They'll ride the hot hand. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He's got it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Time to take a shot. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. From the gun, running back on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that 1st down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. Fair catch called for and made. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the running back. The Longhorns get it past the sticks. Texas calls his campus to 40 acres. This running game might cover 40 acres before it's over.
That would be a heck of a day. I don't know how many yards that would be. That would be a quick conversion. How good's your math, Reese, to try to calculate that? But they're having a lot of success, a lot of history with great running backs at the University of Texas. And this guy is having a day.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. After the run, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And he can find a receiver, and down he goes. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and...
Oh, picked off. Taking it the other way. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
A great spot to start this drive for the offense. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A first down run in the red zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. He's looking to throw. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texas!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Trying to make magic with his feet. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Vols are in the hurry-up. Harris will throw. Fires to the right. And he intercepts it. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about that D coming up with a play like that? This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. Splits the uprights. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He's got great speed. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's ball. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Harris back to pass. Got it! Touchdown ball! They take the lead with the 6. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down after he makes the catch. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. Got him downfield. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here in the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's fired. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you've got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
Here comes the Texas offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the ground. He's got it again. The ball squirts free. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Holds it in. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's got it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
Quarterback and receiver on the same page there on the curl route. Nice job by the receiver finding the soft spot and zone and just settling down, making that throw a whole bunch easier.
He'll try to pop the draw. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets away. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the 1st down. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the 1st down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 1st down ends this football game.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to catch. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Notre Dame is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in South Bend. They're up by just one over UTSA. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Wide open downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He's going to pass. Right down the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Good timing on the quick out.
Awesome body control, and great job, too, knowing where he is on the field to make sure he got his feet down in bounds. At this point, this guy's been open all over the field, and if I'm the QB, man, I keep throwing him the ball.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Got it past the marker. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Offense gets set for 2nd down.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. Off play action. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder, and I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan offensively and defensively coming into this one, David. There were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.